Hi everyone, and welcome back as I continue my review of my classic era Doctor Who with Patrick Troughton. And I'm afraid to say we now arrive at the grand final Patrick Troughton story. Yes, the last one he did. And it is an epic 10-part story, The War Games. Now, everyone seems to agree on this, that the War Games in its 10 parts is too long. The story's way too long. But here's the odd thing. The War Games doesn't really drag. I've watched 6-part and 7-part stories where they do drag. War Games does not drag. To me, anyway, I found it was a-okay all the way from start to finish. So, what's it all about? Well, just to give you a rough idea, the Doctor, Zoe, and Jamie arrive in Europe, Earth. They assume it's Earth, slap bang in the middle of the First World War, and they're on the English side of the Western Front. And there's a lot of going on in this story. You think it's a war story. Nothing really has been given away, but there are some oddities, and they start creeping up. General Smythe's hypnotic glasses, where people, see things when they shouldn't. He puts the old glasses on and puts them under hypnotic control and say, "You didn't see that?" And they say, "Oh yes, I didn't see that." So something's already afoot. And then later on, a communications device is found in General Smythe's quarters, not of 20th century technology, far more sophisticated. Yeah, so what is going on? Well, a percentage of the episodes focus in this area, the Western Front. It's not till really an end of an episode where the Doctor and co escape from certain situation. They pass through a mist, and then suddenly hordes of Roman legions are upon them. So this now indicates something is definitely going on, and whatever that is, it's big. And yeah, as the story goes on, the Doctor ascertains a map of the areas, and they are war zone areas, and they are zones where wars and conflicts throughout history are taking place all the way up to the First World War. And it turns out they're not technically on Earth, they're somewhere else. And the humans have been abducted to participate in these war games for a reason. The reason is those behind the scenes want to invade the entire universe. They want to take over. And they are unable to do this until a renegade Time Lord helps them out, and he gives them technology. And obviously the Doctor, seeing all these war zones on the map, he sees the centre is unmarked. He says, "That's where we got to go. That's where whatever's going on is going on." And yes, that's exactly what happens. He arrives on the alien base. Yeah. So while all this is going on and he's crisscrossing all the zones, I noticed for the first time, now I may be completely wrong on this, the first time the sonic screwdriver appeared. I may be completely wrong, but it's the first time I've seen it in its very basic form being used. Yeah. Anyway, the aliens are not really getting on with the renegade Time Lord. He's the war chief. He's arguing with the security chief, and then the warlord himself turns up, and things are not really running smoothly because some people who have been abducted have been able to resist. They know something's not right. This is not Earth. This is not the battle they're taking part in. Something's completely wrong. And the resistance groups are all scattered, and the Doctor formulates the idea of getting them all together to fight the alien incursion. And as the story goes on, that's what basically happens, and unfortunately the Doctor is up to his neck in it because he cannot resolve the situation himself, and he must call in the all-powerful Time Lords, who, yes, eventually do turn up, put the aliens on trial, and of course the poor Doctor is put on trial. And of course, as we all know, he is then forced to regenerate and exiled to 20th century Earth. Yeah, so overall, yeah, the War Games is a very good story, actually. It's a very good send-off for Patrick Troughton. Though I feel that this story is too long, it's a good send-off. It really is a good send-off. There's not much more I can really say on that. So that's it. That's a wrap for Patrick Troughton's era. And I'll be back probably later this year, but more likely 2026, starting my reviews of the Third Doctor, as I'm now going to be taking a little break and looking at something else. But in the meantime, yeah, War Games, great story. I thoroughly recommend it. You really got to add it to your collection, obviously, because it is his final outing. Yeah, marvellous story, War Games. Yeah, I was quite surprised, actually. The pacing just went along A-OK. I was, for a 10-parter. And on that note, I'll see you in due course on the next one. Goodbye.